Hello, it's Alex the Librarian, and today I will be giving a book summary on the book Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which is the fourth book of the Harry Potter series. And make sure you watch my first three videos on the first three Harry Potter books, and make sure you watch my old 9 videos on the past Harry Potter series book summaries, and I did that a long time ago, so it was trash, so I wanted to make a new set of the book summaries. So, basically in this book, Harry Potter, he gets invited by Ron Weasley to go to the Quidditch World Final with them. So Harry and Hermione, they all go to Ron's house, and then they go to the Quidditch Cup Final. They meet Ludo Bagman, the head of the Department of Magical Sports and Events, and Mr. Crouch. He's the head of the Department of Law and stuff of the Ministry of Magic. And they Ludo Bagman was conducting the Quidditch World Final between Bulgaria and it was Ireland, and then Hermione and Harry meet a house elf, and that house elf was named Winky, and Winky said that her master was coming to sit by her, but then they looked at her seat, but then Mr. Crouch, her master, wasn't there, and then after that, Harry lost his wand, and the dark mark appeared in the sky. And the dark mark was cast by a Death Eater, and that meant that Voldemort was rising. And everybody was feared that. And then Harry kept a close watch, and he found that Winky actually had his wand, and they accused Winky of making the dark mark, but Winky didn't actually do it. So when they go to Hogwarts, they discover that something's going to happen called the Triwizard Tournament. The Triwizard Tournament, there are 3 schools come to Hogwarts, and they compete in 3 tasks, and there will be one champion from each school, and they will face off in the 3 tasks, and the winner of the 3 tasks would get 1,000 galleons, which is a currency in wizard money. So 2 schools went to Hogwarts, Durmstrang and Beauxbatons. Beauxbatons was a all-female school, I believe, and Durmstrang is an all-male school. So they go to Hogwarts, and Dumbledore announces that there will be something called the Goblet of Fire, and only people 16 and over can put their name in the Goblet of Fire, and then 4 or 3 champions will be chosen, from one from each school, and they will compete in 3 tasks. And people try to get in if they're younger than 16, but it didn't work because Dumbledore drew a magic age line around the Goblet of Fire. And then on the day where Dumbledore announces the winners, it's Cedric Diggory, a Hufflepuff from Hufflepuff, and Cedric Diggory from Hufflepuff, Fleur Delacour from Beauxbatons, and Victor Crumb from Durmstrang, so when the Goblet of Fire shoots out flames, it means that a name's coming out. But then after those 3 names came or got chosen, the Goblet of Fire kept on having the flames. And then the last person who was picked was actually Harry Potter, but he actually didn't put his name in the Goblet of Fire, so it was a mystery how his name got into the Goblet of Fire. And Harry, Ron, and Hermione assumed that somebody else wanted to kill Harry, and they put his name into the Goblet of Fire. So they all gathered around, and they were told that the first task would be in like the middle of November, and that they would have to prepare for it. And one day, Hagrid tells Harry that shows Harry that the first task is dragons, and then Harry told Cedric that too. And he also told Ron and Hermione, and they all prepared together for the first task. And Hermione told Harry to just use the Accio spell or the summoning charm to get his fireball and to fly and get the golden egg. So on the first task, Harry easily beats the first task, and he's in the lead, with Cedric Diggory at second place, Victor Crumb third place, and last place Fleur Delacour. In the second task, they were given a golden egg, and using that golden egg, they would have to somehow get the second clue so they can prepare for it. So Cedric, since he wanted to repay Harry, he told Harry to go into the prefect's bathroom and put the egg underwater. So that's what Harry did, and then Harry found out that the thing was actually mermaids. So they had to rescue one of their friends from the underwater merman palace, and they had to get them and retrieve them. So Dobby the house elf helps Harry with this. He gives Harry gillyweed, which is something you eat and then you can breathe underwater. So on the day of the task, Harry gets that, and he uses it and he goes underwater. But the one thing that he forgot was like a knife, because they were in ropes. So he used like a rock, and then he got Ron. But Fleur Delacour's sister was actually under there, so he tried to get her out. And then, but he was over time when he got out, but he still got a bunch of points for saving Fleur Delacour's sister, because she didn't make it. And then the third and final task was a maze, and they would have to get the Triwizard Cup in the middle, and then they would be winning the Triwizard Cup, and the Triwizard Tournament. So their family would come there, but instead, since the Dursleys weren't probably going to Harry's Harry to Hogwarts, that the Weasleys came to support Harry. So what Harry did is he went directly to the middle, but then Cedric Diggory was right behind him, and